Greetings from Farmersville, Texas. Welcome everyone, Mike here. Today's video, we're gonna go explore downtown Farmersville. Now, when I came out here to start this video, I had no clue they were having a downtown festival, but they are. So we're gonna go check that out, see if we can find something good to eat, and see what this town has to offer. Let's go ahead and start this vlog. Starting the vlog here on the sidewalk outside this beautiful home. This is very cool. I love the chimneys up top there with the bay windows, the nice porch. It's a beautiful area. I didn't know anything was going on here until I saw all these cars parked and people starting to walk down the street. Yeah, let's go see what this place is all about. So I'm walking down 78, going into downtown, saw this plaque for historic downtown Farmersville. It's been placed on the National Register of Historic Places. As you're coming into town, the first building I see is this one here. It's pretty cool looking, man. I like that rock work on the side as well as the front. I think I'm gonna like this downtown. See the front of the building here. Love the awning and the work. This is pretty cool. Let's go see what's going on. So the first booth that I saw coming in here was the Farmersville Historical Society. They said this is their 45th annual Fall Festival, which happens the first weekend in October every year. So they have a car show, they have concerts, vendors, the whole 9 yards. So let's kind of walk through here, take a look at the buildings, and see if we find any interesting booths. So this here is Burro-itos, a take on the donkey and the burritos. This was actually one of the restaurants that persuaded me to come out here because online it looked delicious. But before we settle on that, I'm gonna see if there's any local vendors here that may be a little bit more interesting or unique. Otherwise, we're gonna come back here for some lunch. This downtown is absolutely beautiful. Booths everywhere. Kind of makes it a very festive event. It's kind of the whole point, right? Just kind of walk through and see what we have to offer. Always attracted to woodworking and cutting boards. I like this here. I like all the old signs. I may have to look at some of these, especially the Coca-Cola one. Yesterday, my wife and I celebrated our 16th wedding anniversary, and one of the gifts we got was this sign here. Probably got rid of it in our move a couple of years ago, but I always remember that. One of the first things we hung up in our bedroom. Next to that sign is a blast from the past. These old Disney clamshell VHS tapes.
Yeah.
$3 isn't too bad. I just haven't owned a VHS player in 20 years. Austin's building is now a Texan Realtor Group. Pretty neat building. I wonder if this was a bank at some point in time. Next to that's the Dunaway building. Nice red brick. There's some stars holding up that awning there. It's pretty cool. So that is not an eclipse. That is a fire basket blocking the sun perfectly for us here this afternoon. That thing is tall, and the background music kind of goes with the theming here. So the front side of what I'm thinking was once an old hotel is now the fiber circle. Looks like a yarn company. And another one of those Longhorn Sheep. This is beautiful architecture. The poles on here, very detailed. Yeah, very little doubt this was probably a nice hotel at some point. If you're from Farmersville, let me know in the comments below. And then right next door is the coffee shop. And just down from the coffee shop is James Auto Shop, an old gas station. And that looks like a collection of cars, maybe somebody's hobby is to collect cars and maybe piddle with them a little bit. Down here you can see where the old pumps were at. Man, I bet this was beautiful, all lit up at night in its heyday. The music stops for a moment there. Take a look at the post office. Beautiful architecture, nice landscaping. Very cool place. So just behind the post office, we had the First Baptist Church. And not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever seen an old Baptist church this pretty. Most of these are usually First Christian or Methodist, but this is a beautiful First Baptist church. Nice steeples, rotunda. This is a cool building. The back side of the fire truck tower over there. And then in their parking lot, they're having a car show. Let's see if we find any unique cars. Now, I am not a car guy. I don't know much about them. I just like the way they look sometimes. These here remind me of what you just saw Mr. Miyagi have in The Karate Kid. Some are in better shape than others, but very cool nonetheless. This would probably be my favorite right here. Nice paint job, good restoration overall. It's still heartbreaking to see cars that I saw in my youth at classic car shows now. But here we have a square body Chevrolet. If I had to guess, it's probably around 79, about the time I was joining this world. It's a pretty truck. I would love to drive something like this, but the maintenance wouldn't be anything that I could keep up with. But this looks exactly like my grandfather's truck. And how I learned to drive was in a truck just like this one here. Of course, my grandfather's truck didn't have these kind of tires. We weren't blessed with height in the Bowers family. Wouldn't have worked. This is seriously one of the prettiest downtowns I've ever seen. But I'm going to show you guys the back side of the downtown, because I think this one here is pretty neat. I know it's kind of crazy to say the back of a building being neat, but let me show you guys these staircases. Got the enclosed staircase on that newer building towards the end. The spiral staircase on that building. Curious as an apartment and how going up and down those steps would be miserable. But most of these buildings have been painted over. Unfortunately, no ghost signs that I've seen so far. A lot of paint jobs ruin those. But hopefully one day, they'll restore the ghost signs that were probably once here. About to head back to downtown with the live music, but I want to show you guys the other side of that Baptist church before we do. Very interesting Baptist church. I've never seen anything like this from that denomination. Pretty neat. This building is pretty cool.
Well, if you haven't heard,
looks like it might have been an auto body shop or a gas station at one time too. See what it is today.
Record called Just Like Layla.
It's called Over Yonder. Look at the website. Looks like it's sandwiches. Nice sandwiches at that. Back on the west side of downtown, we get the Dyer Drug and more historic buildings. And A Lone Star Santa Claus. They've managed to keep the old brick roads throughout here. It's pretty neat to walk down. Not quite sure how much I would like driving down it though. The old W.H. May building, 1890. That's pretty cool architecture, especially with the sun in the background. And today only, you can also get some face painting here. This is not a selfie. It's actually Bigfoot. Cool little trucker hat booth here.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, for me to do like a full shoot,
You get your own custom patching.
usually about 45 minutes.
Yeah, if I run them like the brown one.
So I made it to the west side of town. This is where all the food vendors are for the festival. We got a little bit of everything, man. Here we got lemonade and funnel cakes and tacos and aquas frescas. Here we got a Mexican food truck. God, this has got me getting hungry. If we don't find anything here, we're gonna go to the burritos because, yeah, my stomach's growling now. But tons of stuff here. I decided I'm gonna come back and do a proper video of Farmersville without the festival. So today we're just gonna focus on this festival. So many people through here. They said they did have a car show earlier this morning. Not the car show, they had a parade earlier this morning as well. But this is intense. A lot of stuff going on here. So we had ample opportunities for tacos and barbecue. And while the tacos and the food truck look good, I think I'm 100% gonna go get a burrito for you guys. Oh man, I'm seeing a ghost sign. See if we can make out what it says here. Looks like it might have been a furniture store. Can't really make it out. I'm guessing furniture. In person and on the camera are totally different views. Another rock building there. Come through here, the Edward Jones Investments in the old bank. Let's finish walking this street. Sorry y'all, got distracted by the ghost sign on the building. Arts and crafts and food.
We own cats. Lots of them. Yes, these are the ones we have.
Old Time Saturday is the name of the festival. Glad I found that sign. All right. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a delicious burrito. All right, so these burritos are mission style California burritos. Think big, giant Chipotle style burritos. I did get the California burrito, which is carne asada, sour cream or crema, guacamole, and French fries. And I cannot wait, I am starving. And while I do prefer a homemade hot sauce, here they do have Melinda's hot sauces. These can be found in Walmart. I love them, I think they're great. Fire roasted garlic habanero sounds fantastic. They also have a Mexicana. And one that I always keep at the house is the black truffle. Yeah, kind of hoping they had some homemade sauce. Maybe they do when they bring me out my food. But if I'm gonna have a jarred hot sauce, I'm not upset with Melinda's. Okay, so they do actually have their own hot sauces. They have the mild red sauce, a mild green sauce, and a spicy red sauce. And look at this burrito. I mean, this is massive. Like forearm big. Let's dig in, y'all. Check this out. The tortilla looks nice and thin. Very chewy, possibly. Going based on looks. Let's see how it is in real life. The tortilla is perfect. Nice and chewy like I thought it would be. Get a nice punch of the carne asada, and you get the soft tenderness of the French fry. Let's try all these sauces. We're gonna go with the mild red sauce first. The mild red had more of a vinegar type flavor to it. Didn't get much out of that. We may go back to it. Let's try the green first. Very thin sauces. So the green sauce, very thin, had a more earthy flavor. A little bit of maybe tomatillo and pepper. Not bad. Let's try the spicy red. All three are very, very thin sauces. The spicy red, I got nothing from it. No heat, no flavor, nothing. Let's try a little bit more again. That was odd. I'm not getting anything out of that. That is so bizarre. I'm gonna go back and try the mild red again. A little bit more on there this time. I'm honestly not getting any flavor whatsoever out of those reds. A little bit of vinegar on the mild red, but nothing else. Try that green again. I think the green is the way to go on this. But very delicious burrito. Well, I'm not getting much flavor out of the hot sauces. The burrito is definitely full of flavor. I'm loving every bit of this. We're gonna try these Melinda sauces. First up, the fire roasted garlic. Never had this flavor. I hate saying this, but the jarred sauce is better. That was pretty good. A lot of garlic, a lot of garlic habanero, I guess you could say. Now I'll try the Mexicana, which I've also never had. These sauces are definitely thicker. I think the fire roasted garlic habanero was the winner. The Mexicana was good. It's kind of more like a Cholula flavor to it. I liked it. The garlic habanero, this burrito, it's a great combination. Tried this French fry on its own. It was like a McDonald's French fry. It tastes like a McDonald's French fry. This place is pretty popular. There's a lot of food vendors outside, a lot of options. Still a lot of people in here choosing to get burritos instead. And we got a lot of support here in town. I kind of feel like I'm the entertainment. Not very often do people stop and really look at me. Everybody today is like, what the hell this guy's doing? Pretty big crowd over there watching me eat. One of the downsides of being a food YouTuber. The guacamole on here is fantastic. Nice and creamy. Almost like a sauce-like texture to it. Very flavorful. I like the guacamole a lot. I'm going to try the Mexicana again. Told you guys I was hungry. Y'all saw how big that burrito was. And I'm almost done. Coming up on my final bite. This thing was delicious. That tortilla really made it. Held everything together very well. The carne asada, very flavorful. French fries were okay. Like I said, standard McDonald's fry. Guacamole, top notch. The creme was fantastic as well. I enjoyed my meal. So that burrito was delicious. I've enjoyed it today, man. Today was not at all what I was expecting. Like I said, I had no clue this festival was taking place, but I'm glad I had the opportunity to experience it and bring you guys along. I will be back to do a full tour of Farmersville. This downtown is way too cool not to show you guys in detail without all the little tents involved here. Cool little town, but that video will probably come later this year. I definitely want to get back out here and try another restaurant. That Burro-itos was fantastic. There's a couple of other places here in town. I saw a barbecue joint. I saw, I think it was called Rusty Pistons, and a Mexican food place. So plenty of other places we can attempt to try here, and maybe go look at some houses in town. But I thank you so much for watching to the very end. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Until the next video, y'all have a great week. Bye.